it's Sandra. Welcome to another episode of Asexualise, my asexual life. This is to be for education about asexuality, all things asexualized, sharing my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. If you haven't already subscribed, please hit the great big subscribe button below right here, right now. Please hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live like now, post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you're finding the content useful, helpful, insightful in any way, shape or form, or you just want to give this channel some like love. I really do appreciate it. If you don't know who I am Sandra Bellamy, author of this beautiful book, Asexual Perspectives, 47 Asexual Stories, Love, Life and Sex, a celebration of asexual diversity. I'm also the founder of asexualize.com, the founder of Asexualise Academy, and I'm the author of this beautiful fibromyalgia self-help handbook, How to Manage Fibromyalgia to Have Less Pain, More Energy and Feel Happier Like a Superhero Rock Star. And now we're going to get on with tonight's episode. And tonight's episode is something to do with asexual dating. So as you know, I like to help you out on the channel. I like to make you aware of some of the people that are scammers. Obviously, you get scammers whether you're on an asexual dating site or a sexual dating site. Do you know what I mean? You get scammers everywhere. So it's not just in the asexual dating app or the asexual dating sites. You can sometimes get some scammers. You can get them all over the place. All right. So obviously we have to deal with these type of things. But how do you spot someone that's, you know, that's a scammer? I've been through quite a lot of that on this channel before. But also, how do you spot someone who, you know, they're talking to you and clearly there's something not good about them, right? So there's this type of person that you really want to be avoiding. So if you didn't already know, there is a dating app for asexuals called ASAP, which you can get through the Play Store if you've got an Android phone, or you can get it on you know, through Apple to have put on your Apple iPhone, right? And so you can download it and you can get it on your phone, and it comes up as a little picture of a cake. It's called Ace App. Now, I do recommend going on there because it is a way you can connect with loads of asexuals throughout the globe, but there are also quite a lot of fakers and scammers on there, as I've gone through on this channel before. And I want to just draw your attention to this particular conversation I had with a person on ASAP who doesn't have a profile picture. You know, it's one of those that they don't have a profile picture as in of themselves. They have, so there's no profile picture. It's a picture like of some type of scenery. So, so, you know, you can't see the person's face, which also, you know, whenever someone does that, you know, you've got to be a little bit cautious, especially on an ACE app. You know, it's an app. So you can only see people usually contained within the app. So whenever someone isn't showing their profile picture, it's always a bit dodgy. And also when they put confused, that's also a bit weird, right? But this particular person, they started talking to me. Now, you will notice throughout this very short conversation how they changed very quickly. And this is the type of person you do not want to be pursuing, right? You do not want to be carrying on conversation with this type of person, because they don't care about you. They don't really want to talk to you. They're very narcissistic, right? Which means basically they'll make out you to be in the wrong, right? They'll guide the conversation and twist it, so it turns out that you've done something wrong when it's meant to be sweet, innocent conversation, right? So this person says, hello, how are you with you? Question mark. So they talked to me first. This was on the, I'm reading from my phone. This was on my phone on the 11th of this month, so quite recently. And I just put good, thanks. They put, how was your day? And I put, oh, been busy working on my Asexual Guide to Sex book, which is my second book for asexuals. And they're like, okay, do you have COVID-19 in your country, which is obviously the virus that's going around the globe at the moment that everyone's worried about? And I put, yes, some people have it according to the news. I tend not to watch the news, but see it when I visit my parents, and it comes up in my news feed on my phone. I currently work from home, so mostly indoors anyway, and out tomorrow though and seeing my best asexual friend, which I saw on Saturday. But this was obviously before Saturday. And then they put okay. So I thought, that's fine. I thought, well, shall I carry on talking to them because they've been nice enough to speak to me? And so I thought, well, I'll carry on the conversation. So the way you'd normally continue a conversation with someone or instigate a conversation is if you go in their profile and look at their bio, so the things they say they like and enjoy, if you've got anything in common with them, it's a good idea to say something from their bio and what you like. And, you know, like, oh, I notice you like that. I like it too. That type of thing, you know, because that's the way you build rapport, build a bond, right? So I said to him, I like Marvel too. My favourite character is Iron Man, but sadly they killed him off. Then he replied, sorry, but I didn't ask you what kind of movie you like. So basically, can you see how his tone's changed? From it was fine when he was asking me questions, but I'm not allowed to speak to him about anything. Clearly, someone who's like that doesn't want a relationship. They don't want to be your friend or anything. I mean, I wasn't asking this guy for a relationship, clearly. You know, and on ASAP, I've put chat, friendship, relationship, actually. So I don't just say relationship on there, but I do make it clear in my bio that I'm looking for a relationship. So yeah, you know, that's a sweet, innocent thing to say, like, you know, about Marvel. And I put, you have that in your profile, you like Marvel. Of course that I like Marvel. This is on my profile. So clearly, if you listen to the tone of voice, if you actually picture the way he's saying it a very like standoffish tone of voice. I don't want to speak to you anymore. So I just said, I won't speak to you again then. Good luck. And he said, good luck. So, you know, you've got to understand that if you come across this type of person, you do not want to be prolonging the conversation. You don't want to be thinking you've done anything wrong because it's not your fault. This person is one of those people that only wants to talk to you when they want to talk to you. Right? And anything else is seen as like, what the heck are you going on about? So this is a narcissistic person. This is someone who takes an innocent conversation or circumstances and twists it into something being wrong about what you're doing. This is how narcissists work. They twist things around. So anything that's, you know, that's comes into a situation that, you know, it isn't your fault. Clearly, the guy approached me. I'm just making conversation back. There's nothing wrong in what I'm saying. And then, you know, to him, he's just being an a-hole, basically. So you do get these people, right? So I want you to pay particular attention when you're getting into conversation with people. You've got anyone like this, anyone that all of a sudden twists the conversation around to them being like offended by something you've done when you're doing nothing wrong, right? You've got to be very careful. It's like I had, I'm connected to a asexual guy on Facebook. Now, I didn't know whether or not to actually, you know, carry on even being his friend. I mean, I might just delete him because I had a bit about enough of him now. Like last year, he's a sexual friend, right? I met this guy on Facebook in a no kids group. So this is when I very first found out I was asexual back in 2014. So I've been friends with him online for quite a while. And when I found out it was no kids group, I thought, great, because I don't want kids. But I thought it was an asexual group. And I didn't realise it was just for people that don't want children. That was my mistake. Thanks for thumbs up. And so I didn't realise. So I connected with him. And I was attracted to him aesthetically, and he lives in Peru, actually, in another country. And so when I connected to him, I thought, you know, he was attractive. I thought, oh, hi, Ray, nice to see you. I thought he was attractive. I thought he was good looking, like I said. And I thought he doesn't want kids. I don't want kids. And I did think he was asexual, but he's not because it wasn't an asexual group. And then I found out through talking to him that it was a sexual guy. But I kept him as a friend because I thought although it was he was weird. One minute he was acting like he didn't like me back, and the next minute he'd turn up and like say how much he liked me, was interested in me. So it's really, really weird. But he was, oh, hi Heather, lots of love to you. Nice to see you. Lovely to see you. Welcome back. I missed you. And so yeah, so this particular guy on Facebook, like I said, we were in the no kids date group, no kids group. I didn't realize it was for it's for anyone, not just for asexuals. And so like we kept friends, and though he said he was he used to pretend like he wasn't attracted to me, and then every so often he'd pop up and was attracted to me, and then he got a bit erratic, whereas he really wanted to stop connecting with me on LinkedIn and all over the place. And anyway, I have video chatted with this guy once before, and so And so I thought, okay, he might be sexual, he fancies me, but so do other sexual guys, that's fine. And then last year he started to be disgusting. He started to say, like, he was doing stuff over my pictures, which is obviously a gross thing to say, but it's probably what, like, a lot of sexuals do over women. They just don't say it. So you can't exactly say that, you know, he wasn't being honest about that. So I thought, that's pretty gross, and probably a lot of women would just unfriend him by now. But I thought, well, he is telling the, you know, he's been honest, but I don't really need to hear that. But then he started getting, what is worse is what a lot of asexuals experience is, oh, you know, if you have sex with me, it will be great. And we all know that people who are not asexual, who really like sex and want sex with an asexual, they tend to have this magic dick theory, which someone talks about in my Asexual Perspectives book. You know, they have the magic dick theory is basically, well, if you experience my dick and you have sex with me, miraculously, you will love sex, even though you're asexual. And I said to him, it doesn't work like that, right? So this was my conversation, right? He came on yesterday, right? I hadn't heard from him for ages, right? Which I thought was a good thing, because I don't really need to, right? And this was the most weirdest conversation, right? So basically, he messaged me. I haven't spoke to him for a long time, and he messaged me and he put basically I haven't spoke to him since January, and then right, he put and then yesterday he messaged me. Well, Sunday actually, because it's Tuesday now, because I'm a bit late on the stream because I was busy working. So he put, I hope this worldwide pandemic is over soon. So I put, read this, it might help, because that was my Ace Fiber Girl post, which is about one of those Mr. Cleans men. Don't know what Mr. Cleansman is. Or is that when they clean you and you expect that, you know, they think by doing some idiotic stuff, it's just like, you know, people think that just if they have sex they're going to change someone's sexual orientation, stop someone being asexual. It's ridiculous, you know. It's just ridiculous. It's like, well, if heterosexuals stop having sex for 10 years, is it going to stop them being heterosexual? I don't think so. But there you go. So yeah, so basically he put I sent him this thing and he said, oh, thanks, my beautiful lady. So the way he speaks to me, this guy, is literally like I'm his mistress or something. It's really weird. He starts saying, oh, thanks, my beautiful lady, like I'm already his. It's like, and then he put, many people here are scared here, and I put, how are you feeling? Because obviously with the crisis going on, I like to be nice to people, you know. Some people are having problems at the moment, you know. I know he's been a bit of an asshole before, so I thought, you know, give him the benefit of the doubt and be nice to him, because it's, you know, it's a crisis. Life's too short to be kind of too angry at people. And I was just thinking, like, let's get on with life and let's be caring, right? But obviously people can take advantage of that, you know, which is basically, you know, so basically the conversation went on. Let me find it. It's a long conversation, so I don't know how much I want to share, because we might get a bit bored. But so basically, right, so I put, how are you feeling? Because of obviously the virus that's going around. And then he put, I'm feeling okay now. President declared state of emergency for the country, because he's in a different country to me. Oh, hi Sam, nice to have you. Thank you for coming on. Thank you so much. I'm currently talking about a sexual guy now that I've been friends for a while, which was being pretty disgusting with me last year, but I've still stayed friends with him. And as he hadn't messaged me for a while, started talking about the virus, I was being nice to him. And so basically he said that in his country the president's declared a state of emergency. No one can go out for 2 weeks. How are you feeling? I did read there are many cases in Europe. Hope your country can stop this soon. And then he put, I was missing you, Sandra. I thought you were upset at me. So, but this guy, don't forget, this guy hasn't spoke to me since the beginning of January. He is very bizarre. Oh, I think he sent me something, but I didn't reply, actually, one time between then and now. So I think he has sent me one thing since then. But I mean, this guy so booming doesn't talk to you that much, right? So I just put, I'm okay at the moment, staying positive and believe believing I will be okay and can get through anything life throws at me. Being indoors all the time isn't a good thing, though. I'm starting to be in more pain with my back due to less going out. I was out on Saturday with my best asexual friend, though. I will need to get some more toilet rolls soon if there are any left, which is what I went for today. Like 4 shops, and the 4th shop had loo rolls. I felt so privileged to be able to get blessed to be able to get loo rolls, I tell you. And I went outdoors for 2 hours today. I was so happy. Just go around the supermarket made me feel so elated. I'm like, yes, I'm out in the supermarket, people. I'm chilling out in the supermarket. Although lots of people aren't chilling out because there's a lot of food you can't even get there. But I just felt so happy to be around human beings, you know, because with the virus that's going around, obviously, and most people are staying indoors, you feel like, you know, there's no outside world that's out there. But you walk outside and you find there's a lot of outside world, and people are still walking up and down, and there are people still, you know, shops still open and supermarkets still open and people still getting on their life. So, you know, it's really important. But then he put, I see, yes, I agree. I said, well, it's not. All right, so so yeah, so I was going back to when he said, I thought you were upset with me. I said, well, it's not nice. You think like other guys, and that magically, if I had sex with you, I would want and love sex. It doesn't work that way. You know, this is a guy I've tried to explain a million times before what asexuality actually is, you know? I think he just wants to be ignorant. And so he goes, but lady, and I hate it when a guy speaks to me like that. It's like, lady sounds really old anyway. And it sounds kind of like really gruff, like, hey, lady, come here, mate. Do you know what I mean? So it sounds a cross between a combination of being an old the way of speaking to someone, and also it's a kind of a bit rough or whatever you want to call it, speaking to people like, come here, lady. Do you know what I mean? Like your mate down the pub. Do you know what I mean? It's weird. So anyway, he put, but lady, I said to him, I said, guys have this magic dick theory and sense of entitlement that isn't good. Like, if you try my dick, you will love it. It's like, nope. You know, and this is what happens. You know, so you wanna avoid like these type of guys, right? Because they're an absolute nightmare. You know, and there's a lot of guys in the world, sadly, that think they're entitled to sex. It's disgusting, you know, and that's what really puts me off sex, you know, it's people's attitudes, the way that they use it and use women and stuff. I know it's not just women that get used, it's men as well. You know, I don't like it when people abuse their power and abuse people for sex. It's disgusting, you know? And then he starts going, you are just like a princess to me. So beautiful, you're British. So he's been obsessed with me for years, this guy, because I'm British. You know, he likes British women. And he always starts going back to say I'm a princess. I thought, well, why do you 1 minute call me lady? And like, it's like, but lady, the next minute you're going princess. I know I guess in some old fashioned films, refined females could be called a lady, you know, if you're looking at it in a really nice way, but I just doesn't come across that way to me. So so he said, I never said that, my princess, about like if you tried my dick. He's saying he never said that. Well, princesses are not treated like a guy can give him her dick and she will want it. That would be rape if I didn't want sex and a guy tried to do that with me. You can love someone without having sex. So he thought I was saying a guy tried to do that with me. And what I was trying to say was that would be rape if I didn't want to do that and a guy tried to do that with me. But he read it as someone tried to do that. So he said, who tried to rape you? And then he put, he's gone back to, you can love someone without having sex. Then he started saying, can I even hug you? If I go there, can I hug you while we sleep? And I'm like, this guy's unbelievable. So I said, don't forget, I have known him since 2014 online. It's not like some random person I've never actually spoken to before. I've seen him on video camera as well. So he is a real person. I said, if you or any guy tried to have sex with me when I didn't want it, which I don't, it would be rape. Why would I be sleeping with you? And then he put, oh, I totally understand. I put about the if any guy tried it on with me and I didn't want it, it would be rape. So he put I wouldn't, as in I wouldn't be sleeping with you. And he goes, oh, I was just saying. I put, you once said to me that if I had sex with you, I would like it. It doesn't work like that. But my princess, I understood. I said, asexuality is my sexual orientation. And then he's going, oh, please stop being upset. Like, I'm the one in the wrong because I'm upset. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm entitled to be upset. Of course I'm going to be upset when people talk to me like this. And then I put, I don't experience sexual attraction or associate sex with love. I have a right to be upset about this. Then he put, I know, princess. Do you see what I mean? This guy's so weird. When one of it goes, look, lady, and the next minute's calling princess all the time. Look, princess, I know. Can I even hug you? Question mark. And feel your warm being. I mean, clearly this guy's sexual. I never hugged a princess, and especially a British princess like you. I mean, seriously. I put, I would be way too scared to be close to a guy like you, knowing you would love to have sex with me. I don't want that pressure or type of guy around me. There are tons of other sexual British women who I'm sure you can have sex with. And then he put, don't say that, my princess. I mean, sorry, I can't do nothing but laugh now. It just gets so unbelievable. I know it's not a funny topic, but you have to laugh because if you didn't laugh, you cry. Do you know what I mean? It's like this guy. Are you for real? Seriously? Don't say that. I just feel like going like this. Don't say my princess. You know what I mean? Really over dramatic. Don't say that, my princess. I would never hurt you. We can even just talk. You are a great lady to me. Can we talk now by phone? So I said my phone is currently switched off, which was true. Oh, okay. Are you still upset with me? I feel so sorry for what I said. Lovely girl, so perfect British lady, amazing and strong woman. I would give even my life to you. I mean, this is clearly bollocks, excuse my language. It's a load of rubbish, in other words. Do you know what I mean? It's like I would even give my life to you. It's just crap. Sorry for the language, but it is. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, he's obsessed. It's like, I put, well, I can't trust you. Most people would have blocked a guy who spoke to them like that. I was attracted to you aesthetically when I first met you in that no kids group. I thought you were asexual at the time, as I didn't realise it wasn't an asexual group. And then later on, you seemed interested in me romantically. And then later sexually, and then saying things that are not good to me about masturbating over my pictures and about if I had sex with you, I would like it. I have had sex in the past with hot guys. It didn't make me like it. In fact, the one guy I got bored with after 3 weeks and ended the relationship. I hate sex and it's not interesting for me. I haven't had sex since 2011 and I wouldn't be having it again. I don't want to. I prefer pure love, not sexual love. Heather, pathetic. Laugh out loud. Exactly, it is pathetic. So here we go again, back to the ladies going, lady, I totally understand your position, but don't hate me, please. I respect you as you are, and I even admire you, and even I admire you. Not I admire you. Like, I'm supposed to be really grateful and thankful that he admires me. Do you know what I mean? There are quite a lot of other people, like my friends here, Ray and Heather and Sam. Big kisses to all of you. That, you know, they show me a lot of respect and admire me in a friendship way, right? Do you know what I mean? It's like he's doing me some big favor. Like, oh, I really admire you. In fact, do you know what I mean? It's like, ugh. And I what did I say? Where are we? All right, here we go. So I then carried the conversation on, put, thank you, but as we know, there are a lot of British women who will be suitable for you. You must have a lot that you pursue. That's what guys do. They friend request multiple women, strike up conversations with them, and we all know how it goes. I always do laugh out loud. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Heather. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. You're welcome. I always do. Always, Sam. Oh, thank you. Lots of love to all my friends. Oh, I love having all my friends in the chat. I mean, there's Andy, who's my friend as well, but sadly he's a bit poorly at the moment. But a big kiss to Andy and Wave if he's watching this on replay another time. So, and I hope he gets well soon. Yeah, so, all right, here we go. And then he put, I admire that you didn't have sex in 10 years. He can't add up. It's 2020 now. I said 2011. Clearly the guy can't even add up. Do I really want him for a boyfriend? Do I really want him as a whatever admirer he is? And he can't even add up. I mean, I'm not great at maths, but I can deduct 9. Do you know what I mean? From 20. Yes, anyway, and then he said, don't say that, Lady Sandra, which now he's calling me Lady Sandra, which was to do with the fact that, but as we both know, there are a lot of British women who will be suitable for you. I put, well, 9 this October because it was 2011. So obviously it's not 10 years, it's 9 years. And then he put, I'm not like that. So meaning he's not like that, friend requesting loads of women and pursuing them. Really? I don't believe you, mate. And he put, I've always known that you are like that, but it doesn't matter to me. And then I put, we are just friends, right? Yeah, I've always known you are like that, but it doesn't matter to me what you do. We are just friends on here, that's all. And then he's put, can I ever meet you in person? With a question mark. Would you allow me that? With a down face. So I put, how would that ever happen? I think it's your fantasy, not your reality. Oh, honestly, I feel like this guy has just got me as a complete fantasy. He's one of those people that sexually fantasizes over me. And if he gets me, God knows, you know, I don't like to think of it, to be quite honest, because I think when someone's obsessed like that, it's unhealthy. And especially when he's a sexual guy, you know, I don't feel safe around that type of person. Right? You know what I mean? So, oh, here we go. It carried on. Right. So it's like, right. So basically, I think it's your fantasy, not your reality. So he's like, why not reality? I can go there someday. I put, well, it's not like you have the money or visa to get over here, is it? Question mark. And he put, not now, but I can do it. In case I go there. That's mean definite. Would you even allow to give a hug? And I put, I honestly don't think it would ever happen. I don't think I would ever feel safe alone with you. You love sex and I don't. Yes, you would feel safe with me. I would protect you a lot. My answer to that was, you can't even protect me from yourself. I can protect myself from other guys. And he's going, I can do it, dear. I would caress you. Do you know what I mean? He's gone from saying I can protect you, just a hug, to now it's a full-on caress. I'm like, blimmin' it, what on earth? Do you see? He's just not listening to me. He's just not listening. He's just like, I think he's just completely fantasizing over me and not much else, right? And so he's going, I can do it, dear. I would caress you. Exactly, Heather. OMG. You would be my little lady, my beautiful girl. See, this starts to get a bit creepy. I don't want some guy. He's a Kuma. Do you mean a Kuma or Grima? He's younger than me. What's a Kuma? I've met him. He's a nutcracker. Yeah, I agree with you on that. Akuna. Oh, Akuma? I haven't heard that, but that's like probably because I'm quite sweet and innocent this way. Right, yeah. And so that was like really, really weird. So yeah, so you know, you can tell where it's going. I don't know whether it's just, I might just block him after this actually. So he's put, I can do it, dear. I would caress you. You would be my little lady, my beautiful girl. So I've already read that out to you. I don't want someone guy's hands all over my body. Even a hug or a kiss on your cheek. I said, why would I let some random guy off the internet do that with me? If I want sex, I can easily get a guy here for that. If I want to kiss a foreign guy and not have his hands all over my body, I can go to a club and not let him touch me and just allow him to kiss me if I wish. Then he started to put, because I am very honest with you, Sandra. Yeah, right. I have always been honest. And when I tell you I can give you affect, meaning affection, it's true. Because I know you are a really great girl, Sandra. You are a perfect lady. And I've put, no one is perfect. I am just me. Ray, he needs to meet one of my arrows. Oh, thanks, Ray. Cupid, you mean, Ray? No, he actually means his arrows. He's got bow and arrows. So I put, no one is perfect. I'm just me. Then he's put, you are perfect. I admire you. You are a sweet girl who has very good feelings, Sandra, and I'm sure of that. That makes you pure and perfect. That makes you a princess. So please stop being upset at me, Sandra. I am being honest with you. Will you forgive me, lady? Please, you know? It's like, why the hell should I forgive you when you're still going on about sexual things as caressing? Do you know what I mean? I put, what are you hoping to get from the connection with me? Right? This is when you ask guys difficult questions and you know when they can't answer them. Well, you'll see what happens in a minute. So the conversation, Ray, no, Heather, I'm an archer. Yeah, he's an actual archer. So yeah, so I said, what are you hoping to get from the connection with me? So he had to think about this. Like when guys have to answer really serious questions, this is how you can tell if they're a genuine person or a player, or you can understand what type of person they'd actually even be in a relationship. Because if they can't even answer hard questions, they got no chance of being good in a relationship, right? This guy's been single for years, as far as I know. So I put, what are you hoping to get from the connection with me? So he had to wait for a little while to answer me this. Not that long, but a little while. And I put, I listen to this. I hoping to have a good time with you, my lady. You're incredible to me. And you know what good time means? Good time means, it means having sex. That's what good time usually means. If a sexual person says, I want to have a good time with you, it's not like an asexual person who means we want to you know, like rent a movie together. We want to go out to a theme park together and have a good time. If a sexual person says to you, I want to meet up and have a good time, it means I want to meet up and get in your pants and have lots of hot sex with you. That's what it means, okay? So you have to understand this, that if you're an asexual person looking to date someone, and don't forget, some people on ASAP, some people on asexual dating sites, they're not actually asexual. This person isn't asexual. I know that because he's on Facebook, but I met him through a group which I didn't realise wasn't an asexual group. But I have known him online since 2014, so it's not like it's just some random person, completely random, if you know what I mean. And I have seen him on video chat. So he is a younger guy. I have seen him. It's not a complete, like, you know, rubbish, you know, it's not a made up person. And he's asked sent me videos in the past of like fireworks at New Year and stuff like that. So anyway, so I put, what are you hoping to get from the connection with me? And he said, I was hoping to have a good time with you, my lady. You're incredible to me. So then I asked him this question, and what does a good time mean to you? And this is the question that stopped him in his tracks. And he just didn't answer me for quite some time. I think it was like 10, 15 minutes. But I was busy talking to other people, doing other stuff. I think Ray spoke to me then, because basically I was awake all night the night before last now. I didn't sleep. So I think Ray started asking me, how was my Sunday? Which I don't think I answered you, Ray, because I was still chatting to him. And I hadn't even been to sleep. So my Sunday was into my Monday, because I didn't sleep Sunday to Monday. I slept yesterday daytime. Well, 9 a.m. to 4:30, I think it was. Yeah, 9 a.m. to 4:30. I didn't sleep Sunday night. So when you said, how was your Sunday? I'm thinking, yeah, I was still on it, really, because it's an expanded Sunday into Monday. So yeah, so when he said, and what does a good time mean to you? Right, he knew as well as I did that he meant that sexually. So he's not going to be able to answer that, is he? Right, especially if he's not got any asexual thoughts. So he said, Sandra, please stop being upset at me. So see, he's basically turned it all around on me, like I'm the one who's got the problem, not him, which is narcissistic traits. I mean, he's apologized for the way he spoke to me before, which is something a narcissist doesn't usually do, but they can do it sometimes if it's to their advantage, if it's to get back in your good books, you know. So sometimes they can do it. It's just not well-known trait that they do, but if it's a sign that, if it's a way they can manipulate you, they might do it. So yeah, so basically that's the way it ended. I just ignored him after that. I don't know if I should just block him. He's connected to me on LinkedIn as well. But I mean, that was just an absolutely ridiculous conversation. Do you know what I mean? It's just ridiculous, and he can answer about having a good time because he knew full well they meant sex and meant caressing and all the sexual stuff. So it wasn't me that was at fault. He's now saying, oh, please stop being upset at me. Completely avoided the question, answering the question probably because he knows as well as I do it means sex and sexual stuff. And then he's put the emphasis back on me like I'm the one with the problem because I'm upset at him, which I have every right to be upset with him talking about doing sexual stuff with me. And that, when I've had sex with him, I'd love it. And the fact he does stuff over my pictures. It's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch out for it. So he has got narcissistic traits. And so yeah, that isn't good. It's a shame because I did like him a little bit, but you know what I mean? I wouldn't feel safe around him anyway. Because clearly he's highly sexual and it seems like I'm his sexual fantasy. It's like, it's like I'm not your reality mate. You're not going to come over here. Do you know what I'm saying? You're miles away. In Peru he is. So it's just like ridiculous. So yeah, you've got to watch out for these type of people. Watch out for these type of people that, like I said, the one, first of all, that I mentioned in this video on ASAP, where you talk to the person and then the person talks to you, you then try and carry on the conversation. They act like they don't want to speak to you anymore. If they don't act like they don't want to speak to you anymore, end the conversation and say good luck, bye. Right? And then you get this type of guy who we all know is quite, unfortunately, sadly around, who is like saying basically, if you have sex with me, everything will be fine. And they don't take it in. Like I've said, I'm asexual. I don't want some guy's hands all over my body. Yeah, it's still all about having a good time with me, which means having sexual times together. You've got to really watch out for these people because it does. I've had situations where I've met asexuals and they've said, I think Sam's told me this as well recently, where they've been with people in the past and they said, oh, I'm fine about your asexuality, it's okay to not have sex, and then they just mean it temporarily. They don't think you mean you never want sex, and so they're like, oh, it's okay. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'll wait, or it's okay, but really they don't mean it. They're just saying it to lie to you, to get you to be in a relationship with them and probably go and cheat on you. That's what they do in nightclubs, sadly, as well. They just automatically say, oh yeah, I don't want sex either, I don't like it either. Whereas a genuine guy will actually say, look, I do like sex, all right, yeah, we're not suitable. There was one guy I met in a club. He worked at a foreign restaurant in my city, was a nice guy, and he did say to me, he said, well, I do like sex, so that was no go. So then he went off and saw his mate because, I mean, in one way it's sad because it means that he's not interested in me unless I had sex with him. He's not interested in a relationship with me. But in the other way, it's brilliant because he said the damn truth, and he's not going to use me or lie to me or make some rubbish up, Sam, yes, that has happened to me. Yeah, I'm really sorry. It's such a shame, but there's so many people these days that's doing that, There's so many people that go around. I mean, Sam and me, I'd rather they were just honest. Exactly. It just wastes so much time. These people that lie about them not wanting sex when they will later on, thanks for the thumbs up. They just waste their time and it wastes your time. That's why I always say to asexuals, please tell someone early on that you're asexual. Eddie, hi, I'm here for the asex part. Hi, Eddie. We've nearly finished now. But yeah, so sadly it happens quite a lot that people, that people say they'll get into a relationship with an asexual person and they don't, and they say, oh, I don't want sex. And it's just a complete load of rubbish. They do. And then it's harder because it's like, well, they've either got to backtrack or they got to pretend they don't like sex when clearly they do, or they'll just say stuff that'll give them away anyway. Like, obviously, that Bangladesh guy was like, oh, the second date we're having, you're going to be in my bed. It's like, what? It's like, really? Am I going to be in your bed? I don't think so. I don't even like anyone being in my bed, but I'm not going to be in a single bed with someone. Mine's a double bed. Do you know what I mean? It's like ridiculous. So sadly, there's a lot of people out there that are, that are saying, oh, that's fine, I don't like sex, and I can be without sex. And as asexuals, we want to believe them. I want to believe those type of guys. I really do. And I think, how could they lie? Because I'm so honest person. I don't lie. Then I a part of me in my brain thinks, oh, well, maybe they are telling the truth. And there's always like, what if they are telling the truth? But the fact is they're not, and it's sad because it's really sad. Making people look bad. Exactly. And it's very, very sad when people do that. Because, you don't know, like one day I might come across an actual guy who is with his mates or something and actually doesn't want sex. He's asexual at a club. But how am I ever going to believe him? Because even if he said it to me, I probably wouldn't believe him because everyone else lies there, all the guys. You know what I mean? Sam, at least if they're up front and you can both go find someone compatible, I'd have far more respect for someone that just said, sorry, but I can't do without sex. Yeah, that's what that one guy said to me. He works in Turtle Bay in Exeter, which is a restaurant, foreign restaurant. So, but yeah, he said that to me basically. So, I do love sex. I said, I know you do, so I wouldn't be for you, and then it ended. And that's much better. But instead, there's lots of sexuals that keep asexuals strung along, and it's no good because it means the sexual's probably either going to push the asexual for sex or going to lie about it and go and have an affair, go and chat up loads of people and have sex with loads of other people. It's just a waste of time and life. I don't know why they do that. There's no logic to it for me. It's like, why are you doing that? There's no benefit to them and there's no benefit to me, apart from maybe they just want their ego stroked and maybe they just want someone emotionally there for them, which what asexuals are a lot of the time. We're very good a lot of the time at emotionally connecting, and I think that's what they like. Some people have affairs with people not just for the sex but for emotional connection and good communication. So say they're with their partner and they're not communicating with them very well and things are not going very well, they'll look outside the relationship, they'll connect with someone emotionally, someone that understands them and gets them, and then often they'll have sex with the person that understands and gets them emotionally, but they're actually emotionally connected to them, not just sexually connected to them. So obviously, so some sexuals could have emotional affairs with asexuals. They could be in a relationship with a partner, then want the asexual on the side to have an emotional connection with, emotional relationship. Eddie, if you've got to have something stroked, the ego is the next best thing to the private. Yeah, but ego isn't good to be stroked. That's the thing, Eddie. It's not good to be stroked because it's at the expense of other people. It's people that just want to be told they're wonderful and great and have loads of people flirting with them and after them. And they're not providing any real value and meaning for anyone. They're just so selfish. Do you know what I mean? You know what I mean? All they're thinking about themselves and how many women they can get and how many phone numbers they can get and how many pictures with different women they can get, I just think it's just sad. I mean, this guy that I just read out, he actually did lie to me. In part because he said about something about sex and he goes, oh, not that I want it with you, but then he's like, oh yeah, well I do want it with you, Eddie, I don't blush, I don't see me as anything great, just me. Oh yeah. I think it's like important, it's like when I said there, I said I'm not perfect. You want to watch out for people like that who say you're perfect and who call you a princess and stuff like that. That's just flannel. If you don't know what flannel's, like a slang term for it's just like telling you what stuff you want to hear and getting around you, charming you. Do you know what I mean? So I come from up north in UK, so that's a term. I don't know if it's used widely. If you flannel someone, it means you basically stroke their ego. You charm them. So yeah. So anyway, yes. Heather, it's madness and drama. Yeah, it is madness and drama, Heather. I totally agree with you. Absolute madness and drama, and it's just unnecessary. It's unnecessary when people can't be their true authentic selves, If someone's sexual, that's fine. Like, there's plenty of sexual people in the world. Go and find someone who's sexual. They don't need to bother an asexual person. It's totally ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. So it's just like, just use your wits about you, just remember that these people are around, and just remember when they twist things on you, that's narcissistic, and you don't want to be around someone like that. You want to be around someone who's genuine, kind, caring, open, loving, honest, sincere, and got your best interest at heart, and someone who takes responsibility for their actions and sticks to that. Not someone who says like him, I'm sorry I upset you, Then when he's not getting his own way with me, he's then turning it around saying, "Oh, stop being, stop being upset." Like he's angry with me that I'm upset with him because he's been disgusting towards me. Do you see what I mean? Unfortunately, there are quite a few of these people in the world, and you just have to look out for them and realize what they're doing. Because, if you're a kind, caring person, sometimes it's hard to see people in a negative light. It's hard to see what they're up to. It's hard to, even fathom that they're not wanting to talk to you anymore, or they're being rude to you, or ignorant, or lying to you. But unfortunately, or fortunately, it might be, I have years of experience with these type of people. So I can help you out by explaining, like things to look out for, and hopefully save someone some heartache and pain. I just think it's sad that there's so many sexuals who, like you say, Sam, can't be honest. I mean, what's the point? It's just time wasting. But I have to say, it's important that asexuals do tell someone they're about to get into a relationship with. Do tell someone if they're thinking about getting into a relationship, dating, that they are asexual, because it's up to the asexual just as much as the sexual person, to be honest. So, some asexuals are that worried that they're going to be rejected. It's far better to be rejected in the first 5 minutes of meeting someone, or first night, first date, than it is like 6 dates down the line or 3 months down the line when you're really emotionally invested in that person. If a person can't live without sex, and and you don't want that relationship, it's best just to cut your losses. Therefore, no, not, you're not going to get hurt. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful, helpful, insightful. If you have anyway, please give it a thumbs up. I know I've got a lot of thumbs up already. I am going to say goodnight for tonight. I love you lots. Want to thank everyone for joining me tonight. So thank you so much, Ray. Thank you so much, Sam. Thank you so much, Heather. Thank you so much, Eddie. You've been really, 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 really awesome. So lots of love to all of you. And Sam, I am always upfront about it. I'd rather not invest in a relationship that has no future. Yes, that's a good note to end on, Sam. Sam is very upfront, and that's a good thing. It's much better, like I said, and Sam said, to always be upfront about it, because like Sam said, there's no point in investing in a relationship and it's got no future. So it's better to cut your losses in the beginning. Anyway, take care, and lots of love to everyone. Night, Heather. Right, Ray, Eddie, Sam, and Ray, Heather, Sam, Eddie. Bye-bye. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that great big bell icon to get notified every time I go live. Bye.